Welcome in Advice Pod. My name's Kyle. This is Raysean. This is our buddy Breck.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Breck. We are going to be looking at an r/ask. If you could make one thing illegal just because it annoys you, what would it be? I'm pretty sure we've done some variation of this post in the past on this podcast. That said, if my answer sounds vaguely familiar, that's probably why. And I think it just reaffirms how much it fucking pisses me off and should be illegal. But I don't necessarily want to start. Breck, you want to start?
I don't necessarily want to because mine's kind of a hot take, but I could if you guys want me to.
I mean, you may as well jump in the deep end of the pool, man. Welcome in.
Go ahead, Brick. Let's see what you're feeling.
One of my biggest just like things that pisses me off on a day-to-day basis is like people who overuse the laugh emoji, the crying laughing emoji.
Yeah.
And just like a lot of emojis in general, there's like certain ones that like really piss me off. Like there's this one dude I know that I've worked with sometimes, and he'll do like the smiling emoji with like one teardrop, like on every single text he sends, like every single one. And it's not like everyone.
I thought the one teardrop was a sad one.
No, it's like the like smiling with the closed eye and like one teardrop, like.
Oh, but then you can also have the variation of the 3 teardrops or whatever if you want, right?
Exactly. And so, but he does that he'll be like, "Hey, Breck, this emoji. What's up? This emoji." Like every single text. And I'm like, this dude has murdered people for sure. Like you don't do that if you've never committed a felony. You know what I mean?
How old is this person?
Hiding. He's probably 26, 25, 26.
So like roughly around your age, right? It's not like he's a much older dude who's out of touch with how to communicate with the younger generation. That makes it scarier.
No, and I'm not saying like these emojis should be like outlawed and like you're going to go to jail, but maybe you could get taxed or like fined, you know, on like certain overuse of emoji.
Yeah, inappropriate utilization of emoji.
Get like a ticket.
Yeah, exactly. Not a big ticket, just like a little bit here and there.
If anything, just to send a message to try to correct the behavior, because that behavior is annoying as hell. Not everything makes you cry laughing. Never mind. Like, I think people just, I'm guilty of it. I overuse LOL all the time. I feel like I
overuse LOL for sure. Yeah.
I have friends who overuse that crying laughing emoji for like every single reaction to anything I've ever said. And I'm just like, fuck, man, this is a hell of a conversation I'm killing right now.
But yeah, it's like, I'm not this funny, man. I'm not. Nope. I know it.
Nobody is.
If we were talking, if I said these things in person, your face would be dry.
Yeah. You know? You probably wouldn't even be laughing. Maybe you chuckle.
No, it'd be maybe like a
you might do a nervous laughter, like.
Well, especially this creepy kid who wants to murder you, dude. He might do the creepy laugh. I mean, you've had conversations in person with him.
Yeah, and he's a very nice guy. He's a very nice guy, but like my roommate, I'll show him these texts, and he's like, "Dude, he's hiding." And my roommate, like, because he's worked with us before too, and he was like, "Dude," even before I showed him the text, he was like, "He's hiding something."
He's an interesting guy. He sounds like. Well, so long as I mean, when you see him in person, you know you could take him, right?
Oh yeah. All
right,
for sure.
It's fine.
But yeah, that doesn't mean that like when I'm asleep,
yeah,
you know, I could take him when I'm unconscious. You know what I mean?
Raysean, what do you want to make illegal?
Going off a little bit of what Brick said, he kind of opened it up for me.
How do you keep calling Breck Brick? It's the funniest part of this whole episode.
What is it?
Breck.
It's Breck.
Yeah, like Breckenridge.
My fault, man. I'll probably call you Brock by the end of this. You'd be like,
that's fine.
Raysean does have a way with words. That is for sure. Sometimes I make him repeat words, and I feel like a jerk, but it's so funny sometimes.
I'm glad my parents did not name me Brick. That would be really unfortunate.
Yeah, then you have like an image to live up to, like hard as fuck, you know?
Basically, going off of what you said, you kind of opened it up for me with roommates. Something that irritates me and I feel like needs to be addressed is when people don't clean up their messes. Oh, this makes me so mad. If you are in a shared space and you use the kitchen, I should be able to use the kitchen right after you because you cleaned it up. And if not, you should be stoned. Your hands should be cut off.
Oh, stoned to death. I was like, stoned really high? Okay.
You should be stoned to death because it makes no sense to me. Like, do you not understand? Like, it just, like we all don't deserve to eat. Like, it just makes no sense to me. I feel like if you are living with people Roommate contracts should be a thing. People should abide by those things and just clean up after your mess. That's just the number one thing that just makes me more mad than anything. I'm usually one of the cool people. Everything else I'm okay with. You can be loud, do what you got to do, but when I go and try to do something and I can't do it because you didn't clean up after yourself, I just want to choke you in your sleep and kill you.
So Raysean just
But
moved.
this is no threats to my roommate. This is just, I'm just speaking hypothetically.
All right.
So
I need to give people the context of this rant right now because it's so much fucking funnier to me than it is to anybody who just heard what you just said, and that's all. Like, you just moved what in December? You and your brother moved into a place by yourselves, right? New place. You've lived with him in the past. Different dynamics lately because now it's just you two versus you two and your sister. Am I right so far?
A little bit.
All right, cool. So now you guys are living together, and just before we click, actually, I clicked record. I'm pretty sure there's an audio and he didn't come in the frame, but pretty sure there's an audio of your brother coming into your room about 25 minutes ago, asking to borrow something from you, something that you were like, "Hey, man, I need this," and he was like, "Oh, well, I need it right now too. So, oh, you're about to do a thing? Let me grab that from you." And he grabbed it and he left, and you've been kind of like a little different ever since, man. I mean, I don't want to say angry, but I just feel like maybe you had some roommate drama leak into the advice you're giving. I mean, we try to be as unbiased as possible on this show.
I'm very unbiased. That's why I said it was not based on anything hypothetical, you know. All that has nothing to do with none of the advice I have to give. Because if not, it would have been about, you know, knocking. That would have been my advice. But, you know, it's about motherfuckers not cleaning up.
Bro, your brother David kicked in the door and he had like the fucking loudest soundtrack going in the background. He asked you to put like some funk music.
Yeah, I think it's some jazz or something.
I was down with whatever it was. I kind of wanted to know what it was, but it was such a fucking funny scene to have him come in like that. And it was like
he was a trumpet playing in the background.
Yeah, it was like he was a movie character and he had a soundtrack queue up, you know? It was perfect. Also, I'm pretty sure you gave a variation of that same rant the last time we covered a similar topic, like what should be illegal that's kind of petty or whatever the fuck this is. I think it was a similar kind of deal. And I think we might have talked about like bathroom etiquette as well. Like, you know, don't shit too loud if the bathroom is near my bedroom, like try to keep the shit down.
Yeah, that I don't know if that was the advice, but that is some good advice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you gave that advice in the past.
I will say something on that one real quick.
Are you a loud shitter, Breck?
No, okay. I'm not, but when I know there's people around, I am, and I get so self-conscious about it.
Do you get nervous about it? Like
I get so nervous, and I'm like, oh God, like it's awful.
See, you know, I hate when you got to do it and they don't close their door. So it's like, well, you just want me to shit and it's just going to go all, oh man, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to have to do it. That's why I hate.
So has your fear of loud shitting prevented you from shitting in public, Breck?
Yeah.
I don't like public bathrooms like that.
No, yeah.
Me either. I hate shitting in public. It's got to be like 1,000% an emergency.
I don't know
the shit got to be coming down my leg for me to do it. Like it's like it's some places in my mind I would go, but just a random public bathroom.
Raysean has to actively be shitting himself in order to shit in a public bathroom.
I'm 1,000% with him too.
Yeah. Have you seen some of these bathrooms? I'd be like, oh hell no! Like what the fuck? Like imagine having to use a park bathroom. I would kill myself. I would rather just shit on the fucking ground. That's horrible. I don't know what's gonna come out of that water and go in my asshole. Be fucking sick for the rest of my life.
That's true, man. There's bacterias. All right, so Breck made a certain emoji usage illegal. Raysean has made lack of roommate etiquette illegal. Beautiful. I agree with both of those things. Mine, I think, sounds just as petty in comparison. But I'm also sure I've talked about it in the past. It should be no surprise to nobody, never. I want to murder people who have those LED headlights. Not in like they're very inconvenient and it's bright. No, I literally want to commit murders on those people when I'm driving at night. I want to actively pull my fucking car and hit them head on and be like, oh shit, broke your fucking headlight. What are you going to do now? You're going to go buy some more of them? And you know the answer to that question is yes. And I thought a little bit more about the scenario, and it's obviously I mean, I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, obviously, but I firmly believe car manufacturers have begun to make these LED headlights the most obnoxious, mandatory fucking things in cars because they want motherfuckers like me to get blind and smash into somebody's car. They're not really accounting for the angry part of it, but you know what? The blind part, just as fucking acceptable. They know I'm going to crash into them and that they're going to have to go buy more of them. So they're just continuously, consciously contributing to the problem. And for that, I would automatically make them illegal. I would go back to car manufacturers. Shit, dude, you were just in Detroit the other day. I should have went with you so I could fucking gone to their front offices and left them a fucking strongly worded letter that said, hey, dickheads, use incandescent light bulbs from here on forth because I'm going to get blind and angry and fucking hit you with my car.
Man, I bet their argument is going to be like, it ain't like you ain't see it. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, what the, ain't like we snuck up on you type shit. Like, wow.
It's not like we snuck up on you. Oh, fuck.
Only thing I thought you were going to say, I thought they were working with like eyeglass companies because it seemed like everybody's starting to need glasses now because of these LED lights. Because I definitely need them because I get need to get the transition lens because sometimes them do blind you. You'd be like, oh shit.
Bro, I am 100.
I'm lucky I kept straight.
I say this as somebody who has produced a financial advice podcast for optometrists specifically for the last 5 years. I've made almost 300 episodes of this show. If you told me that optometrists were involved in the fucking game because they really wanted to be able to upsell their anti-glare coat on their glasses, dude, I believe that shit all day. Optometrists, man, they get fucking paid. I'll tell you what.
I wouldn't be surprised. They hit you with all them bullshit shit when you're trying to get glasses. You never know what they talking about. This anti-fog, anti-this, anti. You'd be like, the fuck, bitch? Can they see? Can I see out of them? That's all I need. That's all I fucking need, bro.
I went to the optometrist for the first time in like almost a decade last year. And basically my prescription had almost not changed at all, which is great. But like he tried to upsell me on some shit. And like, I don't know. I just played really dumb. I didn't quite say like explain it to me like I'm 5, but I acted like explain it to me like I'm 5. And the more he explained things, I was just like, it doesn't sound like I need that. He's like, no, maybe you don't. It was a weird thing that I did, but I was very uncomfortable. So I just asked a lot of questions to fill the space.
Yeah. You talked him out of selling to you. He was like, you know what? Maybe you don't really need that. You know what? Now that I think about it,
I did let him know at the end of the long series of questions that I've produced that podcast, and he's told me that he'd heard of it. Like, there's not many, very many financial advice podcasts for optometrists out there, but never listened to it, but he'd heard of it. So I was like, yeah, I'm that guy. Episode 1, baby, through 275 or whatever the fuck we've done now. 2020 money. Shout out, Adam Schmela.
For some reason, at the start of your like the rant there with the LEDs, I thought you were going to start talking about like the LEDs that like YouTubers and TikTokers like put in their rooms.
Oh yeah, the bisexual lighting.
Yeah, I was like, that should be illegal. Like, it can be done in a cool way, but they don't do it in a cool way. You know what I mean?
No, they do it in the most. Yeah, just clear across. Maybe they have like a palm tree with some Christmas lights on it.
Yeah,
and they call it a day, man. I don't know.
Very white room.
And there's like a purple hue. Is that the word? Hue?
Yeah.
Definitely purple. Well, anyway, let us know what you want to make illegal down in the comments below. And if you haven't, oh shit, Ray, we forgot, dude. Like the video.
Make sure you like the video.
Damn it, we dropped a ball. Make sure that you like the video. Yeah, I usually do. And then come back tomorrow where we're going to be talking about some smut novels, spicy romance smut novels. I'd like to imagine that they involve werewolves and vampires and sexy cowboy werewolf vampires.
Mama's secret stash, the books she tell you not to read, you know.
Your mama's secret stash. I like that. Let's wrap it up and we'll see you tomorrow. Advice.
Don't be a butt cheek. Yo!